Hey, everybody. First things first, let me know if you can see me and hear me. That would be the most important thing right off the bat. Justin is here. Out and About Science with Mr. G is here. Sumner is here. American Explorer is here. Rob is here. Can you guys hear me okay? Hey, Jenny. Okay, got one confirmed yes, that I'm coming in loud and clear. Net Official is here. Hello. How's everybody doing tonight? It keeps changing my name. What does that mean? So we're gonna get started in just a second. Just want to say hi, everybody. And even though I've been uploading videos to my channel and all that, I still feel like I need to say, like, it feels good to be back because it's been months since I have live streamed. I haven't been on since the beginning of August. So it definitely feels good to come back on and kind of chat with you guys and just see how everybody's doing and let everybody else have a chance to talk together as well. But of course, the biggest thing we're gonna do tonight is find out who won the trivia contest, which I don't know yet because I'm gonna go through the answers, and then the people that got all the answers correct, and some of them were kind of trick questions. The people that got all of them correct, they are going to I'm going to put their name. I'm going to show you everything I'm doing because this is a live drawing. I'm going to put their names on these little Post-its, and then I'm going to put them all on this little happy Milky Way pumpkin guy right here and draw a name before your very own eyes. And then tomorrow, right away, so it has a chance to get to you before Halloween, I'm going to send your prize bucket of goodies right away in the mail tomorrow. Hey, Harley. It's changing my name. Oh, you mean your autocorrect. It's changing my name to Alan instead of Ellen. I get it now. Okay, so let's go ahead and start. I wanted to talk about the answers to the questions, so we're all kind of on the same page with it. And basically what this was is I went to Halloween Express to do a store tour, but I thought that I would add something else a little bit fun to it, just to kind of do something different. I've not done anything like this before, but I had questions pop up on the screen in the different areas of the store that had to do kind of with whatever character I was with, whether it was Freddy Krueger or Jason or whatever. I'd ask a trivia question then, and a lot of them were multiple choice, and if you want to participate, you could. People put their answers in the comments, and then I said that the people who answered correctly would win a prize, a whole big bucket full of goodies. I showed a picture of that. It's got cool stuff in it. It's got a t-shirt. It's got a movie. It's got a little Halloween sound effects. I mean, it's a little cheesy thing, but it's got like spooky sounds and howling and witches cackle and other like silly sounds when you push the buttons. It's actually kind of cool. I got one for my kid, but really I'm gonna be the one playing with it. But anyway, so to get to the questions, it's been a while now. It's been because I got this video out early, like really early, like end of August. so there was like tons of time between then and now. So just to go back and refresh on the questions, the first one was the name. Okay, and this one I did mess up, so I'm giving credit where credit is due in my wording. Okay, the first question was, what is the name of the nun in the Conjuring movie? That's what I wrote. What I should have said was, what is the name of the nun in the Conjuring series or Conjuring 2? Because some of you did call me out on that, and you said, well, the nun didn't appear till the second one. So you are correct in that. I meant to say the series or the second one, but it didn't come out that way. So I will accept for that one. If anybody said there was no nun in The Conjuring, I am going to accept that. But most of you guys realize that I meant Valak, the nun. I hope I'm saying that right, because I'm actually, this was Sir Daniel's question, and I have actually not seen that. I know, that's crazy. I think he owns it, so maybe I'll watch that. But we saw this, you know, this Valak costume, and he just said you should ask and see who knows the name of that nun. Okay, yeah, it was a trick question, but I didn't mean it to be in that case. But anyway, so I will accept Valak or nun for that one. Okay, so that was the first one. There's only 5 questions. Number 2 was, how much screen time did Freddy Krueger have in Nightmare on Elm Street? Justin says, I figured that's who you named Annabelle after the Conjuring series. Okay, I have seen the Annabelle movie. Annabelle came before that movie, though. I know it's based on the real, like, that doll that looks like Raggedy Ann that's locked in a box and all that stuff. And that's long ago, but the actual Annabelle movie came out after my daughter was born, and I did not name her after that doll or scary whatever it is. I actually named her after Edgar Allan Poe's girlfriend, Annabelle Lee. It's spelled differently, I do know that, but there's a poem that he wrote called Annabelle Lee, and that's what I named Annabelle after. So, fun little fact there. Anyway, getting back to the questions, number 2 was, how much screen time did Freddy Krueger get in the Nightmare on Elm Street movie, the first one? Okay, and there were several choices, which I don't remember what all the choices were, but the answer was 7 minutes. Okay, he was limited to only 7 minutes of time because the director thought that limiting his screen time would make him appear more scary. Okay, so he only had 7 minutes total in that movie. But it worked. It was scary. Well, maybe it's not as scary as when I was younger, but that series is my favorite horror series. So I had to make sure I included a question from that in as well. American Explorer says, that poem was the first thing I thought of the first time I heard Annabelle's name. I had to memorize it in elementary school. Well, there you go. That's a nice change of pace, because mostly people do think about the Annabelle horror movie, so it's good that somebody got what I had intended with it. Justin says he wished he got paid that good for 7 minutes of work. Yeah, that's true. Very true. He did a good job, though, in his 7 minutes of creepiness. Okay, so again, that was 7 minutes. That was number 2. Number 3 was, how many people does Jason Voorhees kill in the Friday the 13th movie? The first one. We're dealing with the first one here. How many people does he kill in the first movie? Okay, so this one was kind of a trick question as well, but I did intend it to be that way because, and most of you caught it, The answer is none. Okay? None. And some of you went into detail, like Justin Hobart. He always goes into detail, which is appreciated in this case because I'm kind of reading off of some of the stuff he said, and I didn't have to go back and look at do my own research to just make sure I had everything right, because he really gave me some elongated, expanded answers here. So I do appreciate that. And what he said was, in the first Friday the 13th, Jason's mother, Pamela Voorhees, killed 9 camp counselors in the movie, but counselor Alice Hardy kills Pamela Voorhees. Oh, but wait, Jason is still alive and he witnessed his mother's death. Oh no. Okay, well that's what Justin said. So it is actually correct that in the first Friday the 13th movie, it's not Jason that's doing the killing, it's his mother, Pamela. Hi, Erin. How's it going? Good to see you here. Yes, so the answer is actually none. Now, some people put, I think, 10, or Justin says 9 here. I don't remember. But I had 10 in the multiple choice, and a lot of people picked, not a lot of people, but a couple of people picked that, thinking that it was actually Jason that had done that, but it was Pamela, his mother. So for number 3, the answer is a none. So everybody that got none is correct on that one. Justin Hobart loves Friday the 13th. A lot of people do. Very good movies as well if you're into horror. Oh, yeah. I remember your clever stuff, Dirk, with none and none. I was rereading over the answers today, and I was like, that American explorer, he sure is clever with words. So Adam is here. Hey, Adam. How's it going? Okay, yeah, Justin says 9 campers, his mother makes 10. I see what you're saying. So I did have 10 down as an answer, and that did fool some people, but it was really none. So, welcome if you're just joining us. Good to see you guys. We're going over the answers for trivia, and then I'll tell you who is going in the pumpkin and who will win. Okay, so we have another Nightmare on Elm Street one, or Freddy Krueger one, because that's my favorite series, so I had 2 questions thrown in for that. What was Freddy Krueger accused of and charged with in the first movie, when the angry mob comes after him and everybody wants him killed and they want him gone. What was his actual charge? That was the question there. And we did get some varied answers on this as well. Most people got it right, but it did kind of throw a couple of people. So Freddy Krueger was accused and charged of being the Springwood slasher, a serial killer of children who was then burned to death by his victim's parents, or the angry mob that went after him, after evading prison. Okay, so I didn't go into that much detail with the answers. I just had simple stuff like a murderer or child murderer. I can't remember exactly what it was. Most people got they said murder of child or murderer. Somebody said sexual assault on a teen, which I can't accept that because that's not right. But yeah, most people did get that correct, and that will be a part. If you did get that correct, you're one step closer to being in the drawing, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so let's see here. Number 5 was asking about the movie Scream, the Scream movie. Now, the specific question for it was, you know the mask, because everybody knows the Scream mask, that white ghost thing with the little black hood over it. The question was, who is, or what painting, actually, okay, I got this, you guys, I promise. What artist painted the painting that inspired the Scream mask? There we go. That's what I'm trying to say. So there is a famous painting. It's called The Scream. It's a bit more colorful than that mask is. It's got a lot of like orange swirls and stuff in the background. And it's like the little figures kind of like on a road or a bridge. But his face looks like the Scream mask. So the Scream mask was inspired by that painting. And what I asked was, who was the artist? And the answer is Edvard Munch. Okay? That's Munch. That is the answer for that. Everybody that entered did get that right. It was just a Google search away if you didn't know it. So everybody did get that one correct. And probably some people knew that on their own without Google, because it's a pretty famous painting and an artist there. Edvard Munch. So everybody got that, yes. Okay, so there actually is another question, and this shows me which one of you guys were troopers and you made it through the whole video. I know it was a long video, probably too long for a store tour. I tend to do sometimes lengthy videos. I do know that, and I don't have obviously I don't have a problem with people not watching at all. We have things to do, but I did want to kind of like reward those who actually did make it through the video. So I put a bonus question at the end. So any of you guys that made it through the whole video, you added your bonus answer onto the end. And those of you who did answer the bonus question, you get, and if you got all the other ones correct, you get an extra entry into the prize bucket. So your name gets to go in twice because you made it through the video and you found the bonus question. So congratulations. I'll let you know who that was in just a few minutes now. Hey, Kevin. Kevin, the custodian ghost hunter, has joined us. How's it going tonight? Justin says he watched 3 times. Does that count? Well, you would have had to answer all the questions 3 different times in 3 different comments. Actually, I'm just kidding. But if you really watched it more than once, which I think you're probably fibbing, but thank you. Okay, so let's do the bonus question. Now, you may suffer from a certain thing if you have an intense fear of Halloween. So there is actually a term for having an intense fear of Halloween. So I can't remember all the choices I gave. I don't really have that in front of me. But the actual answer is, and I'm going to say it the Scottish way, and I'm going to explain how there's different ways to say it. Now, if you're just at the word, you say Samhainophobia. Like a running joke, I think, in Halloween too, the mispronouncing of that word. It looks like Samhainophobia, and there's 3 different ways to say it. Well, there's 3 that I know. I'm sure there's more. If you are saying it the Irish way, then it's Samhainophobia. Samhainophobia. If you're saying it the Wales way, then you would say Samhainophobia. If you're in Wales, I should say. Samhainophobia is the way to say it. And if you're in Scotland, the way that they say it is sobbin', okay, or sobbin-ophobia. Okay, so it's actually an old Gaelic term. And so, of course, some of this is coming from Sir Daniel, so I credit him with this. But it's an old Gaelic term, and I'm adding the ophobia on the end for the purposes of this question, but what I'm really referring to is Samhain, Samhain, and Samhain, or Halloween is what we think of it as, but it actually means summer's end, or it's kind of like a harvest festival term. Anyway, I'm going kind of too far with like a language lesson here, but the answer is Savinophobia. Okay, so if you got that correct, you win the bonus, and your name goes in twice. So good job, good job, good job. All right, so let's move on, and let's see who, again, is going in my lovely pumpkin here. I'm gonna put names in here, and I'm gonna draw one. All right, is everyone ready to see who got all the trivia correct and who's going in the bucket? Hey, Jake, how's it going? Jake just got home from work, made it just in time for the live stream. Okay, so our first entry into the drawing is, drum roll please, American Explorer. Woo! And he's in the chat tonight. So everybody, American Explorer is going to be the first one in our bucket tonight. So I'm going to write his name. Well, I'm going to write his YouTube name, American Explorer, down on this little thing right here. So you can see that it's in focus. I'm going to rip that off, and I've got my pumpkin here. You can see it's empty, no shenanigans going on there, just an empty pumpkin. And I'm going to put his thing in there first, American Explorer. Okay, so let's see who else. I don't know, because there's 16 people, so and only a few are talking, so I don't know who's here and who's not here, but I haven't seen this person. But for the second one, Stanton's Journeys, he got everything correct, and he is going into the drawing. And guess what? You know what? I forgot. I skipped it already, even though I was just talking about it. American Explorer got the bonus question. So he is going in there twice. I tried to skip that. Sorry about that. But I remembered. So I'm going to write his name down yet again. American Explorer is going in there twice. Can't forget the bonus questions. What's wrong with me? Okay. So 2 in there, 2 American Explorers. All right, yes, Stanton's Journeys. Let me write that down. Okay. So this is our next one. He is going into the bucket. Whoop. There we go. And it looks like he is just going in once. So we are moving on. And this should come as no surprise, but Justin Hobart will be entered into the pumpkin. And he also got the bonus question. Of course, he's an overachiever. So he will be going in twice. Hey, Johnny. How's it going? Thanks for dropping in. Okay, so we are adding Justin Hobart. There we go. That's one. One Justin. Now two, because he got the bonus. So we will write it one more time. One more Justin. Adding him in. Good job. Okay. All right, the next person is Rob. Rob is going into the pumpkin with the others. He is here, Rob's classic commercials. I'm just gonna put Rob. We know who Rob is. There's only one Rob in the competition. There's only one Justin too, but I like to say Justin Hobart as a whole double thing there. But for Rob, we're just gonna say Rob. That's enough. He is in the chat, Rob's classic commercials. We're going to add him to the Milky Way pumpkin. There we go. And guess what? He got the bonus. Good job. Bonus question. Yes, I know you're here, Rob. I will add you again because you got the bonus question that was at the end. So there we go. Gonna fold that up and put it in the Milky Way pumpkin. Okay, let's see who else. Okay, so we only have one more that actually got them all right. There were other entries. Again, I don't really know everybody who's here and who's not here, but if you're here and you did enter it and you don't see your name, unfortunately one of those questions tripped you up. You got something a little bit off because it was only these people that got it. So our last one, and I do not know this person. Maybe he's here. If he's here, hopefully he can say something, make himself known. But I will if in the chance that he does win, I will try to contact him through messaging. This goes for everybody though. If you do not claim your prize, if I contact you and you don't say anything back, or it's someone that's not in the chat and I can't get in touch with them, I'm gonna go with somebody else. I'll probably I'm not gonna like go live for that or anything, but I'll probably just keep these guys in here and you'll just have to trust me. I'll draw another name and I'll send it out. I'm not gonna give very long to claim your prize because it's a Halloween basket with a lot of like fun Halloween stuff and I want to ship it out tomorrow. I want it to, get to you before Halloween or by Halloween. So I'm just, you've got just a quick amount of time to claim your prize. You can send me your address, please, if you're here. Obviously, don't put it in the chat. Send me a private message through Facebook, or you can email me. If you don't do Facebook, you can email me. So send me that information if you do win. And my contact info is underneath any video, not this one, not the lives, but the regular videos. You can go under there for my contact info. Okay, so much suspense, and I never said who the last person was. The last person's name is Corbin West, and he did get all of them correct. He didn't do the bonus question, but he got all of them correct, so his name does go in once. Again, I don't really know this person, so if you're here, definitely say hi. If not, and the chance that you do win, I will try to contact you. But I am putting down this name. Let it be known. Here it is. Corbin West. Hey, Judy. How's it going? Glad to have you here. All right. That's the last one. Going in the pumpkin. Okay, so now it's time to do the actual drawing. Woo! Everybody get excited. You can see all the names are in there, ready to go. I'm going to give it a good shake. And I'm going to draw a name. I wish we had a drum roll sound effect, but at home you can make one if it helps you out. Okay, here we go. The suspense is killing me. Okay. Okay, here we go. The winner is American Explorer! Woo! American Explorer! Everybody get excited. Yes, I see he's got his drum roll up there. Yes, so American Explorer is the winner, which is awesome. And I'd like to give him a little plug as well. I mean, there's a lot of great channels on here. Some of the people in the chat that have channels, I encourage you to go to everybody's channel because everyone on here has good content. But I want to say especially check out American Explorer's channel. Okay, he's got great stuff. He's got retro stuff. If you're on this channel, you probably like that. He does do urban exploring and other cool explorations. I have some videos that are coming out that are with him. We went to several locations. Well, we went to 3 different places. And these are some things I plan to start working on next month. But I did just want to say he's a great supporter of the channel. Excellent guy. So congratulations, American Explorer. And I'm going to send you your package of goodies out in the mail tomorrow. So yeah, so I guess that bonus entry paid off. All right, so that's awesome. Very cool. He says, thank you. You are welcome. Thank you for participating in the trivia contest. You know, I didn't know how it would go. I didn't know if people would actually be interested in doing something like this. But we had a fair amount of entries and several people were pretty excited about it. And thank you for taking the time to enter it. If you did, I do appreciate that. So way to go. And since I do know that that was kind of a successful thing, I'll probably do it again. I won't necessarily wait till next Halloween. I will maybe do it for some other holidays, work it in somehow. Now, before we go, I mean, I'm going to chat for a little bit. I did want to talk about the upcoming week and some of the things that are going on. So we can chat for a little bit and then I'll wrap up the stream. I didn't expect this one to be very long or anything, especially since I am going to be live streaming 3 times this week. 3, 1, 2, 3. This does count as one of them, but I'm going to be coming on 2 more times this week. So let's talk about those really quick. Tomorrow, yes, tomorrow, there's going to be a drive stream. Now, I have never done a drive stream before. This is my first time. So I'm actually going to be doing it with Sir Daniel. We're going to be going around, driving around, and looking at the different Halloween decor that is to be found in our neck of the woods here in the mountains. So we've got some really good stuff. I wouldn't do this if we didn't. We have some stuff that's going to rival what you see in the big city. So we are a really small town, but we have one street. It's called Bidwell Street. And I did do a video on that last year. So if you want a sneak peek, you can type in Bidwell Street or Bidwell onto my channel. When you search it, Bidwell Retromantic, something like that, it'll pop up and you can get kind of a sneak preview, but that's another year. This year it's a little bit different, you know, with everything going on. It is less than it usually is on that street. Some people decided not to put out their stuff this year, but the diehard Halloween fans that have so much stuff and must take up their entire attic or garage, their stuff is out. And these people, they really go to town. I mean, there's one house that puts up an entire facade over the whole house, so it looks like a haunted house. And they've got like all kinds of stuff in the yard. There's one house that does a huge graveyard. I mean, graves up and down the hill. And they've got skeletons carrying coffins and like really cool stuff. There's a lot of like DIY stuff that people have made themselves. You know, they've got the inflatables, they've got the animatronics, but there's a lot of hard work that's gone into people just creating stuff on their own, and it is awesome. So we want to drive you around and show you this stuff. I am going to get out of the car. We're probably just going to park and walk down the street because it's like every other house for a while. So we'll get out and we'll show you close up. They're used to people walking right up in their yard, and you know, the mayor of our town was just out there taking photos that went in the paper, and people are always videoing all that stuff. So we're gonna get right up in their business, in their Halloween yards, and show you all this stuff up close and personal. So I'll see you later, John. Thanks for stopping by. Justin says he was an addict of Christmas and Halloween. Well, I am too, that's for sure. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna go down Bidwell Street, and we're also gonna go to a couple of places that are in actually my parents' neighborhood. There's this yard. These people have a yard that's like a mile long. I mean, it's vast open space, and they've created a pumpkin patch with plastic pumpkins. They've got pumpkins everywhere sporadically, as if it were a field. Each pumpkin lights up, and they're kind of trying to do that great pumpkin, the Charlie Brown thing. So they've got like some of those figures, and then they've got their porch decorated. So we'll try to go there as well. And then we're gonna go to a little place in town that is decorated like around their like town square, you might call it. And they've got a big fall display, and they've got an old retro truck out there. So we're gonna show you that. And then we'll wrap things up back at the museum where Sir Daniel and I work. The display window that we made for the carnival live stream that happened last Saturday. We have that window. Oh, it's for Halloween too. It's not just for the stream. That's gonna be all lit up for night, and we wanna show you that. So that's the plan for tomorrow. Now I'm gonna get a little thumbnail for this up, like this stream, how you can go there ahead of time and you can turn on your notifications and all that. I'm gonna try to do that tonight. So you'll see that popping up, and it's gonna say drive stream, and that's gonna be for tomorrow, Tuesday. It is an earlier time than I've ever done for anything. So I realize a lot of you won't be able to make it because you won't be home from work yet and all that stuff. But the reason I'm doing that is because for Bidwell Street, I want to catch it in the light. Now, I know maybe that sounds kind of backwards because it's Halloween and you want to see everything glowing, but really there's so much detail to these places on Bidwell Street that I actually want to show it with daylight. Okay, so you know, I've got my light on my camera, but that's only going to show you so much of the night. So I want you to see it in day. It is going to kind of turn tonight as we're doing the live stream. So you will see some things in the dark, but I want to start Bidwell Street in the light. So if you're at work still or you're busy, you can, you know, I don't have to tell you this. You can catch the replay and so you can see Bidwell Street. But we are going to come on at about 5 o'clock tomorrow. 5 o'clock p.m. Tomorrow evening, we'll be going live for the drive stream. So if you're available and if that sounds like something fun, hop in the car with us and join me and Sir Daniel for my very first ever drive stream. Done lots of live streams, but never a drive stream. So this will be a new fun experience. It's 5 o'clock, Tammy. I know there's a delay on the chat here, so you probably heard me say that already, but 5 o'clock tomorrow for that. Okay, so the very last thing before I get on out of here, I know some of you that watch all my stuff, you already know this stuff, so thank you for going through it with me again. If you watch the announcements video, you already know this stuff. But anyway, I do still want to say that Saturday is an exciting day because it is the return of my retro nightmare. It's back. It's been on hiatus for such a long time, everybody. I mean, you'd think I forgot about it or it's over and we're just not going to finish it. And all of you guys that had retro prize bags started, you're like, hey, I never got my prizes. That's true. You haven't got it yet, but you will. We're going to finish those retro prize bags. We're going to finish that room. We're going to make it a live streaming area. Of course, all of that won't be done on Saturday, but we are bringing back my retro nightmare. And I'm very excited because it has been a long time. It's been since before I went to Pennsylvania. If you've been following the channel, you know that I went to Pennsylvania back in June, and I hadn't done my retro nightmare since like a week or two before that. So it's really been quite some time. And American Explorer says, it's been too long, those were fun, and I agree. That is my most popular live stream, I guess you could say. People do seem to enjoy that one. So we definitely want to bring it back. Yes, Justin says, oh no, the nightmare is back. Yes, and unfortunately, not a lot of progress has been done since last time because I've been busy. But now that October is getting on towards the end and we got that crazy carnival live stream out of the way last Saturday night, I do want to get back into that series. Yes, it does all take time. I am actually going to have to like kind of fast track things though, just to let you in on something. The other day I was at my computer and I was working on a video and all of a sudden I hear a sound and it's like and that is not a sound you want to hear when you're working on your computer. And the lights flickered a little bit and I'm like, oh my god, what is happening? So as it turns out, it was not my computer making that sound, which is good, but it was the receptacle. It was like having a melting issue, which I know is really bad. It could have been like a fire if I wasn't right there. But yeah, it had like one of those things you stick in it that has makes it have more plugs. Like instead of 2 in the receptacle, you have like 6. So that didn't work out well. I didn't have a lot of things plugged into it. I only had one thing plugged into it. The power strip or the surge protector, and it was a surge protector, by the way, was plugged into it, but the little thing that was plugged into the receptacle melted, and then the plug to the strip, the power strip melted too. So, I mean, it was like serious. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to unplug the computer really quick because I just got my computer rebuilt and it's awesome now and I can actually edit. And So I freaked out and I unplugged it, and I can't use that spot right now. I mean, my dad's actually an electrician, so you know, that's really lucky for me. He can come over and like look at that and replace it. So nobody like worry about that. But my point that I'm trying to get to in a roundabout way is that I had to move my computer up here, so it's like in this really stupid place. It's like on the coffee table in the living room where I do not work on videos, but it's my temporary space. Relating this all back to my retro nightmare, I have to fast track this project because the last corner that's in there that's still piled up really high with stuff, the very last corner we have to clean out, that's my live streaming corner. And I need it. I need it really badly right now. So we got to get moving on this and kind of get going with that. I got a new desk too, a new big giant desk, so I can spread out with all my computer stuff and everything that I need. And so I have to get that room under control and less of a nightmare very soon, so I can start having a dedicated live stream space. You know, me, I'm either down there, I'm in the kitchen, or this is a new spot because I wanted to showcase the Halloween stuff. But by the way, I'm wearing a Halloween shirt. You can't see it, but it's like a big giant pumpkin. But anyway, I'm gonna have a dedicated live streaming space soon, and you guys are part of that. We've kind of been going through this process together, so we're gonna get it done. Now, Saturday, my retro nightmare is going to be a Halloween edition. So we're going to look at dark toys or horror themed collectibles. And I do have a bunch of those. So that's what we're going to be looking at. We're also going to be looking at VHS. I know that sounds strange to some of you who aren't in the world of retro collectibles and that kind of thing, but we're going to be looking at some VHS that's more rare, that has different covers that you don't find on the DVDs and the Blu-rays now. Old stuff like first edition, whatever, like Nightmare on Elm Street and things like that. I collect those, and I collect horror toys, some new, because that Mego came out with a new line of like lots of different things, and they did like Reagan from The Exorcist and Freddy Krueger and the clown from It and all, you know, a bunch of different stuff. So I have some of those, and then I have older stuff that I want to share as well. And it's not just going to be horror stuff, it's going to be some fun Halloween theme, like toys and different items. So it's not going to be like what you saw if you watched the retro decor video. It's not decor, it's retro toys, collectibles, and items that are dark or Halloween themed. So that's what we're going to talk about. Sir Daniel has all these ideas for different costumes we're going to do and things, and I have some ideas too, but then again, I'm like, Halloween is Saturday, it's only a few days away, and I have so much to do. I don't know how I'm going to throw together a costume. So he has his, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. There was just so much going on with the carnival that I didn't think of like another costume. But I'm going to think on it, and I'm going to come up with something before Saturday. So when you tune into the live stream, you'll just have to be surprised. Now, I know Saturday is a competitive night. I'm fully aware of that. I'm fully aware that JP Video is going to be streaming. I know that John Spike Explorers is going to be streaming. You know, like, you guys know that we're friends. Like, Jay and I are friends. We talk about this stuff. We try to give each other some space. But on a night like Halloween, especially this year, with a lot of things being virtual, you know, it's a big night for streaming. So we're all going to do it, and that's fine. You can stream hop if you want. You know, you can pop in here, then pop over to JP Videos and say hi, and say hi to Johnny, say hi to whoever else is streaming. That is fine. We are not in competition. we just all want to stream and have a good time on Halloween night and just have some fun. So please, you know, nobody nobody needs to tell me, oh God, you know that Jay is going to be streaming on Saturday night. I know. It's okay. We're all gonna stream. We're all gonna have fun. It's all good. Life is too short. We're not gonna worry about that kind of stuff. We are just gonna have fun. Okay, so I'm gonna look back on the comments for a second because I know there's some stuff that I wanted to answer, but I was like blah blah blah, and I didn't. And I kind of missed it. Michael says video and audio is off sync, but now it's back to normal. So I don't know. Sorry if that was happening. Hopefully you could still hear me and hear the information. By the way, my Retro Nightmare is going to be at 9:30 p.m. on Saturday night, on Halloween night. 9:30 p.m. Okay, so I saw a question about the carnival live stream. Well, let me look back. Justin had a scary electrical issue like that a couple years ago. He thought the gates of hell were opening in his living room in the middle of the night, and it scared the you-know-what out of him. Yeah, it was pretty scary here too. Not quite that bad, but the scariest part was I thought like my computer was gonna get messed up. Okay, let's see what else. Okay, Michael asked, will Saturday's live stream be replayed? So let me talk about that for a sec. I do want to thank you guys if you came over to Facebook and watched that. I know this is a different situation. We're on YouTube. We're dealing with YouTube. You know, it's kind of strange to say I'm live streaming, but you got to hop over to Facebook. But that's what I did because it was a special thing. It had to do with my place of employment, and we needed to do it from the Scottish Tartans Museum Facebook page. So it was, you know, it was it's their fundraiser. That's the main reason. So they were, and the streaming platform, the OBS or whatever, they wanted to use Facebook for that. So that's why it was not on my channel. So I know it was a lot to ask, and several of you did come over from the Retromanic channel and join the Facebook stream for that. And I really appreciate you guys being there. That meant a lot. Now the question was if I'm going to put it on my channel, and the answer to that is yes. I do have a filed version of it, and I'm going to do some editing on it. I know it sounds funny because it was a live stream. I'm going to cut a couple of things out just to make it a little shorter. It's long. I also have the ability to cut out the mistakes that were made that were pretty apparent. So I'm going to do that too, just to kind of fast track it. But yes, I am going to upload it to my channel. And I was thinking about doing it as a premiere, which I know also sounds kind of funny, to premiere like a live stream that already happened. But the reason I'd like to do that is because it was a fundraiser for the nonprofit museum that I work at. And it's another way to kind of get all that out there, to have more views and to have people become aware of that place and what they do. Also, it was hosted by the Retromantic. I wrote the script for it. So now there was some stuff that was definitely, if you were watching it, there was stuff that people threw in that I did not write. Okay? There was some improvising that was going on there that was not a part of the script, but I kind of expected that. But the basic script for it, I did write that. So yeah, I would like to have a chance to kind of let some other folks see that weren't able to get to Facebook, or maybe they don't go to Facebook. I know some people have an aversion to Facebook, which I understand. History Honey with Tom says, you didn't make any mistakes. Maybe those other guys didn't know. Yeah, wink, wink. I did make some mistakes, but the statement you just said is kind of right, because in some cases they had keywords that were supposed to make like a graphic go up or something else happen, and they didn't say the keyword, so we're all just kind of staring at each other. But it was live. It was basically like doing a play. So I knew that it wasn't going to go that smoothly. Like that we didn't have a lot of time to practice it, which is everybody's so busy. But for what it was and for the small amount of time that we had to practice, I think it was okay. You know, some people said that it was pretty funny, and again, I appreciate you guys that went to that. But the answer to the question was yes, I'm going to put it up, and I'm thinking about doing it as a premiere. Also, just because I think it will be fun for us all to just get together and chat about it. You know, I didn't get to watch it because I was doing it. So it'd be fun to actually see that and to talk with you guys and have it just be kind of a fun little like get together where we all can chat and where I'm not stressed out, because I did try to talk to some of you guys before the stream on Saturday night, but I was so stressed. I was like, give me the strength to get through this. So, you know, it was just like a small amount of like chatting and talking, but yeah, Michael, I know I talk a lot, but yes, I'm going to upload it. I don't know when, because there's kind of something else I'd like to get out this week. So it may, I know it's kind of a Halloween themed live stream, but a lot of it isn't. You know, it does talk about the museum, and it also talks about some paranormal investigations that we had at the museum. And then it's just kind of like a dark kind of thing, dark comedy, I guess you could say. It's not like definitely Halloween. So it might be after Halloween that I finally get that up, but it will be fairly soon. I don't want to let a lot of time go by since that happened. So yes, that'll be up. Okay, I sound like a robot. Audio went out. No, it's actually, I don't know if I can correct it, and I might just end the stream. But what I should have done is take my phone out of its case because it tends to overheat, and I failed to do that. So please ignore the odd shots of me right now. We'll see if we can fix it. Take a nice look at the ceiling. I took it out of its case. I don't know if it'll go back to normal or not. It may not right now. You can deal with it. Well, I'm not going to be on much longer. We've already got an hour, so I will end it. I completely forgot about that because it's been so long since I've live streamed, but this phone, it overheats, and I need to not put it on its little tripod thing with the case on it because that makes it get really hot. It doesn't like live streaming. Okay. Rob says it's fine now. Did it correct itself, or is it still funky? I don't really have that much else to say. I didn't want to make this one too long because tomorrow night is going to be a lot longer, and then my retro nightmare on Saturday will probably be around 2 hours. So we're about done here. I want to thank you guys for coming on tonight. Again, congratulations to American Explorer for winning the trivia contest, and I will have that shipped out tomorrow. If you contact me on Messenger and just give me your information, I will ship that out to you. Still funky, but not as bad. Okay, that's all right. We're gonna end things now. So thank you guys for being here tonight. I appreciate you tuning in. And if you're free tomorrow, please join us for the Halloween drive stream, Halloween outdoor decor drive stream. I'll hope to see you there. It'll be starting at 5 p.m. Maybe you can jump on later if 5 is too early for you. If not, catch the replay. All right, Jake, it was good to see you. Thanks for dropping by. American Explorer says thank you. You are very welcome. Thank you. Kevin says, good night, Retromantic. Good night, Kevin. Thanks for stopping by. Urbexy shows up late. Latecomer. Thank you for dropping in, Urbexy. We're going to be streaming tomorrow. Again, I'm saying we because I'll have someone else with me. We're going to be doing a drive stream, so maybe you can join us for that. Good night, Jenny. Justin says, thanks for everything. Hope to see you tomorrow. Hope I remember. I am going to get that thumbnail up for the live stream early, and it's going to have a button on it that says set your notification. So if you do see that, you can set your notification. Well, you'll get one anyway if I go live. I think on the channel you just get one if I go live, so you'll have notifications. I know I miss them sometimes. I miss them a lot. So around 5 tomorrow, very close to 5, if not 5 on the dot, we'll be live. Good night, Justin. Good night, American Explorer. Good night, Jenny. Good night, everybody else that came. And hopefully we will see you tomorrow. Everybody have a good night.